Hello everyone and welcome to Electron Empire. In this 7th episode of Know Your PC, we'll talk about the power supply of a computer and you'll learn different things such as the 80 plus rating or what are semi-modular power supplies. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to learn more about PCs. A power supply unit, abbreviated as PSU, is what will supply all the electricity required for your computer. Every PSU has a maximum capacity, such as 550 watts, which means it can supply more than 550 watts. If your PSU can't supply enough power, you may experience crashes when you're doing heavy tasks, as your component won't have enough electricity to stay stable. One thing to know is that it's usually good to buy a power supply that's slightly over what you need for two reasons. First, it will reduce the strain on your PSU. For example, if you draw 500 watts and your PSU limit is also 500, it is going to heat up and the fan will make more noise, while a 600 watt PSU won't have those problems. Secondly, buying a PSU with a higher max power can be useful for long-term upgrades, as you won't have to buy a new PSU when you'll be upgrading your PC with components that draw more power. There are two main sizes of PSU, ATX and SFX, the ATX being bigger and cheaper than the SFX, but SFX PSUs can be useful for small cases. There are three types of power supplies: modular, semi-modular and non-modular. Non-modular PSUs come with every cable attached to them and you can't remove them. They are cheaper, but you may end up with some cables you don't need and can't remove. On the other hand, a modular PSU won't have any cable attached and you'll be able to connect only what you need and avoid ending up with unnecessary cables. Meanwhile, semi-modular power supplies also allows you to attach the cables you want, but they also have some basics cable already attached, such as the CPU or GPU power cables, and most of the time those cables aren't very nice aesthetically. The 80 plus rating of your PSU defines its efficiency. Every PSU will lose some electricity that gets turned into heat, and the goal is to lose as few electricity as possible, as it will reduce electricity bills and the PSU will run cooler. An 80 plus rating means that less than 20% of the electricity is lost and a 0% loss is impossible. Here the other 80 plus rating, the best being titanium. Note that the efficiency depends of the load on the PSU, the most efficient being around 50%. There are not that much connectors on a PSU and the name indicates most of their utility. The motherboard wall will supply the motherboard, the CPU and PCIe 1 will supply the CPU and GPU, and the SATA 1 will supply your SATA drives. And this is the end of this PSU guide. Don't forget to subscribe if you liked the video. That was Electron Empire, and see you next time!